Hey friends, what's up? Redneck Gamer here, and welcome to a little tutorial video for Farm Sim. I've been getting this question quite frequently recently, and it's how to pull up your FPS counter and the in-game log while you're in-game and show triggers and all that stuff. Basically, how to enable the console commands or the development tools. So what you're gonna want to do is open your File Explorer. Go to your, I have pinned to my mods folder, but you go to your documents, my games, Farm Sim 17. You're going to go down to game. I recommend using Notepad++ for this, but you can use any text editing software or program you want. I'm going to edit with Notepad++. Bring this over. It's really simple actually. So you go down here to development. And for you it's going to be false. You just put your cursor there, delete it, and put true. All lowercase, and that's all you gotta do. So that's how you enable them. You're going to go ahead and save it, and you're going to exit it. Now we'll jump into game and show some popular buttons that are used with the console commands. Alright guys, so here we are in game. Some very popular controls with this development tools or console commands enabled is how to pull up your log so you know what mod may be causing a game crash or seeing if a mod is error free or not. To do that, you press that your tilde key. Press it once, you can just see it. Excuse me. And if you don't know what your tilde key is, it is that key right before your 1 on your top number bar, right above those, right above your letter keys. Not on the numpad, on the numbers between your F buttons and your actual letter keys. So that is what your tilde key is. It's normally right above your tab and right under your escape button. So if you press that again, you get a little hashtag right there. And if you press tab, you can see some pretty cool stuff. Some mods enable, or some mods have their custom stuff in here. You see you can exit the game right there. You can put a limit to your FPS. You can set a autosave interval right there. You can see all this stuff. I'm not too knowledgeable on all this stuff. You can set daytime. You can set your FOV, your high quality, power consumption, show frame rate, start rain, toggle flight, and no HUD mode. I do not know how to do that. Well, obviously, I believe you just put true after that. But I don't know the controls for the flying. You have your network debug. You show network traffic, tension belts, all this stuff. It's all pretty cool. You can do quit to just quit the game. I do that quite a bit when I just want to quit the game. I don't want to, you know, save it and then have to hit the quit game button, because sometimes that can take a while for it actually to get back to the title screen. So what I normally do is I save and then just do this. Oops. You can show your FPS. You can, if you're using seasons commands are under SS. So if you just press SS and then start tabbing, you'll see those. So you can add snow with seasons, change fruit growth state, and all that stuff. Remove snow, reset growth, reset snow, set growth state, visual season, all that stuff, and you have some UPK stuff as well. So that is one popular thing. The next is how to show your frame rate. To do that, you just press F2. That's all you gotta do. It's up there. It's kind of out of the way. It doesn't really block too much, and it's pretty useful actually. So then you just press F2 again to get rid of that. Next is the reason we're standing in front of this auger here, or the tip trigger, is how can you see triggers and collision boxes and all that stuff. So to do that, you just press F5. If we step back, we see this box around this auger arm right here. That is the area where you can tip your load of grain and it will fill into your silo. The box does not just mean that, it means any trigger around. So if we go over here, you see there's a box here too. And that will be, if we step into it, to open and close the door. Not all maps have that, which is okay. So if you're lost on where to load your grain out of your silos, all you gotta do is look for a rectangular box, usually coming from a spout, and that is where you can unload your grain. Same thing with cow stuff or animal stuff. You see there's quite a few boxes right here. So on this map in particular, this is where you can drop your grass for them, or if you're using the add hay or use hay for grass mod, which is on the mod hub, I use it, you can put your hay bales here, and obviously that mod takes hay and puts it into the grass category for cattle. So we'll go ahead and turn that off. As you can see, it does get a little framey just because of everything that it has to show, but it's very useful. We're actually going to go over here. You actually have to press F5 twice to get rid of that. If we go over here, say you have a mod and it says you're hitting something, but you're clearly not. For instance, with this Great Plains right here, sometimes, or not sometimes, but all the time, I will be driving along, plowing the field, then I hit a tree. Not with the plow, with something right about here. So if you don't know what that is, you can press your F5, and you see there's a box right here. This box is known as a collision box. So whenever this box comes into contact with something, it'll stop because it thinks that the collision is right there. So for instance, with this chisel plow, I cannot put it into any sheds because of this box. It thinks I am hitting the plow, which is way down here on the top of the roof. I'm not. So that's another useful thing. And if you're well skilled in John's editor, you can use this to get info for what you need to fix and where exactly it is. Like for me, I'm going to be fixing this collision box so it's not there anymore. Well, it'll be there, but it won't be way up here. It'll be, matching this one right here. Right there. So yeah, it's very useful, it is. And if sometimes the second time you press F5, or the first time when you're closing it, you see some stuff up there. That's basically like the sun position or camera position. You also sometimes see a big yellow circle kind of thing. I'm not exactly sure what all that is, so I just ignore it. So you just press F5 again, and it's all gone. Again, so F5 to bring all this up, F5 twice to completely close that. So those are some of the popular commands. There are a lot more, like F6 actually does nothing, F7 does nothing, F8 brings up all this stuff, bunch of render stuff, and just a lot of stuff. You press it again and there's all this stuff, which is all pretty cool. There's a, which one is it? I think it's F4. Yeah, F4 does this. I'm not exactly sure what all this is for. I've used it before to see if there's any objects under the ground. Sometimes I've had issues with that. Like right there. You can see there's a trough under the ground. I don't know why mappers do that. I'm not well versed in maps, so I can't tell you. So yeah, that is some of the basics that are done. So I hope you guys have found this video helpful. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment on some more tutorials you would like to see for Farm Sim. And yeah. So hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, dislike, comment, subscribe if you are not already subscribed. If you are already subscribed, please click that bell icon so you are notified of when I upload and or stream. And until next time, I'm the Redneck Gamer and see you on the next video. Bye.